I still remember the exact moment everything changed, down to the sound the glass made when it touched the kitchen counter. If someone told me that a single sip of something my stepmom handed me would flip my life upside down, I would have laughed. I mean, why would a simple drink do anything besides quench thirst? But that night rewrote everything I knew about myself. It began just after dinner. My stepmom, Lena, was humming softly as she rinsed dishes, her loose dark hair tied in a messy bun, pajamas hanging lazily on her frame. I was scrolling through my phone, pretending not to notice how unusually cheerful she seemed. "Sweetheart," she called out, "I made this new herbal drink. It helps with stress. Want to try?" I shrugged. Sure. Why not?" She poured it into a tall glass, the liquid a warm, shimmering peach color that smelled faintly of vanilla and something floral. I didn't think twice before taking a sip. It tasted sweet, strangely sweet, almost soothing. "This is good," I said, taking another long gulp. Her smile widened in a way that, looking back now, I should have questioned. "Drink all of it. It works better that way." So I did. I didn't know then that within hours, everything familiar about my body, my face, my voice, my presence, would melt, reshape, and bloom into something unrecognizable. That night, I fell asleep quickly. Too quickly. As though someone had slipped a heavy blanket over my consciousness. But I didn't sleep peacefully. I dreamt. Vivid, swirling dreams of color and warmth. Golden threads weaving around me, tightening around my wrists, my waist, my throat. My skin tingled. My body rippled. My chest tightened, then softened. My hair brushed my neck in unfamiliar ways. I woke up gasping. At first, I thought I was still dreaming. I sat up, and long, silky strands of hair fell over my shoulders, brushing against my arms. "What the?" My voice came out soft. High. Feminine. I froze. I touched my throat. My chest. My face. Everything felt wrong. Everything felt different. I scrambled out of bed, stumbling toward my mirror. The moment my eyes met the reflection staring back at me, my breath punched out of my lungs. Staring back at me was a girl. Large eyes. Smooth skin. Full lips. Delicate jawline. Soft curves underneath my shirt. A girl. Me. I backed away, shaking violently. "No, no, no, this isn't real. This isn't happening." My voice trembled, cracking with panic. Footsteps approached. My door creaked open. Lena stood there, completely calm, holding a mug of tea. "Oh good," she said gently. "You're awake." What did you do to me?" I cried, my voice breaking. "What is this?" "That drink," she said softly, stepping forward, "wasn't just herbal." My stomach dropped. She set the mug down and approached slowly, like I was something fragile. "I didn't mean to scare you. I didn't know it would be this intense. I thought, maybe it would help you grow into yourself." "Grow into myself?" I barked, voice shrill. "Look at me." "I am looking," she whispered, cupping my cheek. "And I see someone beautiful, someone who's finally free." I smacked her hand away, trembling. "Change me back." She exhaled slowly. "I don't know how." That sentence shattered me. The next hours blurred into frantic chaos, my breathing shallow, tears hot on my face, my brain spinning with fear and disbelief. I paced through my room, touching my changed body with a mixture of horror and fascination. The soft brush of hair against my neck made me shiver. My hips swayed naturally in ways I didn't want them to. My voice betrayed me every time I spoke. I felt trapped inside myself. But as the hours ticked by, uncertainty morphed into a numb kind of curiosity. Who was this girl staring back at me? Why did she look like she belonged here? Why didn't she look wrong? The next morning, reality punched harder. Clothes. Nothing in my closet fit right. Tops hung weirdly. Jeans wouldn't button. Hoodies swallowed me. Everything clung in new places and slipped in others. I put on the loosest shirt I could find and sweatpants, but the mirror still reflected someone completely different. I walked downstairs, bracing myself for awkwardness or panic, but my stepmom sat at the table with 2 plates of breakfast, as if nothing was wrong. "I got you some things," she said, sliding a small bag toward me. "Just for comfort." Inside were soft leggings, a long sweater, and hair ties. Why? I whispered. Because you deserve to feel okay, she answered quietly. I should have yelled. I should have thrown the bag away. But deep down, beneath the panic, a quiet part of me whispered, maybe, try it. I didn't understand that feeling, but it clung to me. School was impossible. I didn't go. Not with this face. Not with this body. Not with this voice. I stayed home, locked away, trying to make sense of myself. The world outside my room felt too sharp, too loud, too risky. My phone buzzed with messages from friends, but I couldn't bring myself to answer. Instead, I found myself experimenting in secret. One afternoon, alone in my room, I stood before the mirror and picked up one of the hair ties. My hands shook as I gathered the soft waves falling around my face and tied them into a loose ponytail. The girl in the mirror looked even more different, softer, cleaner, almost pretty. A strange flutter rose in my chest. Curiosity overtook fear. I tried the sweater next. It slid smoothly over my skin, hugging my new shape gently. The leggings followed, warm and comfortable against my legs. I stared at my reflection again. And that was the first time I realized something. My panic wasn't about the way I looked. It was about what this new appearance meant. Who was I now? Who was I supposed to be? A few days passed. My stepmom taught me how to brush my longer hair without ripping it. How to moisturize my suddenly soft skin. How to take care of my body. She never forced anything, she simply offered guidance and stepped back. Slowly, painfully slowly, I stopped feeling like I was drowning. One night, she knocked gently on my door. Hey, she said, I made hot cocoa. Want to join me? I hesitated, then nodded. We sat on the couch together, wrapped in blankets. The room felt warmer than usual. You can talk to me, she said. I know this is overwhelming. I stared into my mug, voice tense. I don't even know how to feel. I look in the mirror and I don't recognize myself. But at the same time, it's like there's something familiar about it. Like part of me isn't fighting as much as it should. That's okay, she whispered. You're allowed to explore who you are. No rules. No pressure. Her comfort broke something inside me. A tear slid down my cheek before I could stop it. She pulled me into a gentle hug, and for the first time since the transformation, I didn't pull away. The exploration deepened. Late at night, curiosity became bravery. I stood before the mirror with makeup wipes and a small makeup kit my stepmom left on the dresser, just in case. My hands trembled as I traced eyeliner along my lashes, dusted a little blush, applied a soft gloss. When I stepped back, the girl looking at me wasn't some stranger anymore. She was me. And she looked beautiful. My breath caught. My heart fluttered. I didn't know what to feel. But I didn't feel wrong. A week passed before I dared to step outside. Just for a walk. I wore the sweater, leggings, and soft sneakers. My hair was tied back in a loose ponytail. My stepmom squeezed my hand before I left. You don't have to be scared, she said. I wasn't sure I believed her, but I walked out. Every sound felt amplified, the crunch of gravel, the rustle of wind, the distant chatter of neighbors. People glanced at me curiously, but not in a hostile way. Some smiled politely. One woman even complimented my hair. I felt my cheeks warm. Something inside me shifted, a small click of belonging. But the real test came when I ran into someone I knew. Ethan. My best friend. He didn't recognize me at first. He jogged past, doubled back, and stared. Hey, sorry. Have we met? My heart pounded painfully. I forced a laugh. No worries. Just passing by. He smiled, oblivious, and continued on. I stood frozen. He didn't know me. He didn't see the boy he'd grown up with. He saw a girl. A complete stranger. My knees felt weak, but not because of fear. Because something about that felt comforting. Freeing. Like I wasn't tied to old expectations anymore. Days blended into weeks. I began walking outside more. Exploring. Testing myself. Confidence bloomed quietly. My steps grew lighter. My shoulders loosened. I wore clothes that fit my new shape. I styled my hair. I learned how to carry myself the way I felt inside, soft but stable, nervous but curious. My stepmom watched me with quiet pride, always nearby but never pushing. "You're glowing these days," she teased one morning. I rolled my eyes but smiled. "Shut up. Not a chance." Her laugh warmed me more than I wanted to admit. But transformation stories aren't without conflict. The confrontation arrived unexpectedly. My dad came home early from a work trip. He wasn't supposed to be back for another week. I froze when I heard the front door open. "Hey, I'm home," his voice boomed through the house. My heart jumped into my throat. "What do I do?" I whispered to my stepmom. "You can't hide forever," she said gently. "But you don't have to say everything today. Just breathe." I didn't have time to protest. My dad walked into the kitchen and saw me. His face twisted in confusion. "Who are you?" I swallowed hard. "Dad, it's me." He stared. His eyes widened. His breath hitched. "What happened to you?" The emotions I'd been holding back for weeks spilled out. Fear, confusion, frustration. "It was the drink," I cried. "Something changed me. I didn't ask for this. I didn't plan this. But it happened. And I'm trying to deal with it." He stared for a long time, silent, struggling, processing. Finally he spoke. "Are you okay?" The question shattered me again, but in a different way. I think I'm getting there," I whispered. He stepped forward slowly, like approaching a wounded animal. "I don't understand this," he admitted. "But I see you're trying. And you're still my kid. That's what matters." My stepmom's eyes softened. Dad pulled me into a hesitant hug, and I melted into it. For the first time since the transformation, I felt safe. From that moment, things shifted. I stopped hiding. I started talking, laughing, living. My stepmom helped me pick clothes that felt right. My dad asked questions, not intrusive, but supportive. I walked outside with confidence instead of fear. The girl in the mirror wasn't a stranger. She was me. Not trapped. Not cursed. Not broken. Becoming. And now, looking back on everything, the night of the drink, the fear, the reflection, the confusion, the tears, the unexpected moments of joy, I realized something important. The transformation didn't make me unrecognizable. It made me finally recognizable, to myself. I never planned for my life to change overnight. I never asked for it, never wished for it, never imagined something like this could happen. But it did. And in the chaos, I discovered sides of myself I never knew I had. Courage, softness, curiosity, strength. Sometimes the versions of ourselves we're most afraid to meet are the ones we were meant to become all along. And if one magical drink was what it took to reveal that, then maybe it wasn't a curse at all.